Hey guys, so I'm on week 4 of my challenge. I'm filming this a bit late. My challenge that I did last week was kind of at the end of the week. So anyways, last week was a little bit different. It was one of those things on my list that I wasn't sure how I was actually going to go about doing because I kind of wasn't in control of it. This fear was talking to someone who is experiencing suicidal thoughts, which seems maybe really particular. For those of you who don't know, I work for CMHA, which is Canadian Mental Health Association in Cranbrook, and I work in women's services where I help ladies who are fleeing domestic violence. And part of my job with that is to answer crisis line calls, and one of those lines is a 1-800 suicide line. So that's kind of where this fear comes from, and like I mentioned, it was one that I really wouldn't have control of. I couldn't decide that, okay, today you are gonna have suicidal thoughts and I'm gonna have to talk to you about it. It's not really how it works, and I don't want that to happen. I want people to not be thinking those thoughts. But anyways, so this is kind of just one that I was just hoping I could prepare for, I guess. So since I do answer the crisis line, I do already have some training, but I just had the opportunity to take another training on top of what I already have to learn more. And this training was super awesome. It was super intense. So this training is called Assist, and I just have to remember what it stands for because it's long and I forget. So Assist stands for Applied Suicide Intervention Skills Training. Okay, I've got it. Which is a 2-day course. So I did that last week on Thursday, Friday. And it was super good. I feel way more prepared to answer those calls on the 1-800 suicide line or to just help someone in my personal life. I think even though like this is part of my job, I still think it's really good to have anyways. I know in my past, I've had family members who have considered suicide, attempted suicide. I've had close family friends die by suicide. So it's something that I've already experienced in my life, and I don't want it to happen again, but there's a chance that it could happen. So this training was super awesome. So it started off with teaching you about how to kind of look for those signs or symptoms, I guess, and those who might be considering suicide. They refer to them as invitations. So that could be very blunt, like someone's obviously like, I'm thinking of committing suicide, or it could be subtle, like I just can't go on anymore, or just their behaviors, like if they're giving stuff away or something like that. So it talked about how to identify those, and then it went on to asking about suicide, which seems really simple, but it's actually a really hard question to ask somebody. I think suicide is a really hard word for some people to say, or the words, are you thinking of killing yourself, are some tough words to say to somebody. So it kind of gave you strategy on how to ask that properly, and like better ways of asking it. So then the next phase that we learned about was hearing their story and finding just a little bit of hope in that story that you can turn into hope for them. So if you hear hope for them, you can talk to them and hopefully make that a turning point for them to maybe just consider staying safe for now. The one thing that I loved most about this training was it gave a third option. So when people are considering suicide, sometimes the only 2 options they see are living, which may be really tough for them at that moment, or dying. But there's a third option that was introduced, which is just keeping them safe for now. So you use that little bit of hope that they maybe mentioned in their story to hopefully agree that they can stay safe. And then the last phase is getting them a safety plan. Not getting them, I guess, assisting them with the safety plan, which has lots of different aspects of it. So yeah, that's in a jiffy kind of what I've learned. It's different from my past training, so I have a lot more knowledge now. And yeah, so I'm feeling a little bit better about the possibility of answering that phone line and it being pretty intense. I haven't really had any super intense ones, like I've never had to call for emergency services or anything like that, but who knows when that could happen. So definitely feeling more prepared. So yeah, that was last week. Even though it wasn't like facing a fear, I still think it is considered part of this challenge, for sure. There are a lot of aspects in the training too that I kind of had to like put myself out there and kind of be vulnerable. So that was a challenge in itself. But yeah, I feel good. I'll actually be filming my week 5 video. It's already been 5 weeks, that's crazy. Tomorrow. So that will be up in the next couple of days for you guys to go check out. It's been a month already, so I want to thank you guys for those who have continued to watch my videos and to ask me questions about it and be accountable and be super supportive. I thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time.